What's up, Tapping fam? We're back with another Shots O'Clock series where we bring you the insider secrets on the nightlife in your city by sitting down with the curators of the industry itself. Today, we have the absolute honor of sitting down with a true sound curator known for making his imprint not just in the Cleveland nightlife, but world round. We have musician, producer, and DJ extraordinaire, Sound on Tape. We appreciate you meeting with us today.
Yeah, appreciate you for having me.
Yeah. So we're gonna dive right into it. I feel like people have seen you out in the industry. They may know a little bit about you, but they may not know your start as a DJ. So how did you get into the DJ scene itself?
DJing, man, I started in college. Yeah, so I was a musician before I was a DJ, guitar player, bass player, a little piano and stuff. But yeah, I started in college, like throwing house parties.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. And I just started back doing house parties.
Okay. So how did you make that shift
Yeah.
from musician to DJ?
I think it's a logical thing. I mean, when you like music and enjoy it, I mean, but I also like, I think what separates me from like, because I am technically skilled at instruments, but also I like to party as well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, it's either or. Like, you'll get DJs that really like to party, or people that like to party, and musicians, that have gone through, years of training like I have. They're in their basements. They're not so social. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of know the best of both things, and DJing was a great way to share music and be social.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Okay, so how would you describe your sound as a DJ? I know you got a unique approach. I know you're heavy in the house scene right now, but you have a very unique sound yourself as a producer.
As a producer, yeah, I mean, I started with electronic music, making electronic music. So I was in bands coming up, making electronic music. I started with, back in 2013.
Show your age.
Yeah. Yeah, 2013. I made electronic music, then went through, phases of music, and I'm influenced by a lot of different things. But
Okay.
yeah, now, I mean, I re-entered electronic music through UK Garage, and electro, broken beat. I like anything. I mean, I like house music as well, but anything that kind of breaks that 4x4 step,
Okay.
I'm really attracted to. Yeah. So, and I kind of, hip hop is also, I spent a lot of years making hip hop productions for, I'm sure people can tell you, but that's the backbone of my dance music. So I think it sounds different because it's like urban street dance music. It's not like, Forward or Ultra Music Festival or whoever. It's just fine, like it's not all that, dude. It's like, it's dirty. The drums are dirty. There's sounds in here from all over the city, and sirens, and just all types of stuff. Yeah, that makes it like authentically Cleveland.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's very street dance music.
I think I saw you post on your page at some point that people are gonna catch on when they realize that some of these house music is just sped up R&B or hip hop.
Well, yeah, me. That's what I say. Yeah. So I said I'll be found out when people just realize I'm making sped up here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and it is. I mean, if you look at something like UK Garage, they call it UKG, right?
Yeah.
It's all based around the Amen break, which is the Winstons, a little history lesson, right? So the Winstons, they made a song called Amen Brother back in, the 70s, but 60s probably. But so we took breaks. America took breaks and slowed them down.
Right.
In hip hop, they took the break and sped it up.
Interesting.
So it's the same drum cadence, though. You know what I'm saying? That two-step garage drum cadence.
Yeah.
If you slow it down,
Ooh.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like I was really attracted to that because it's just sped up.
Yeah.
Your sped up breaks. Yeah.
Interesting. I would have never put it in that perspective. I appreciate you giving us that breakdown.
Yeah.
So as a DJ and a producer, how do you balance the life between, you're a musician, you're a family man, a working man. So how do you find the balance, I guess, to simplify it, how do you find the balance between your creative side and your day-to-day side?
That's a good question, man. A balance. I think people are very multifaceted and just dynamic. Life is dynamic, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think we were coming up and just thinking people were a certain way, or, this guy's eccentric, or this guy's an introvert, she's an extrovert. But I think now, you see the t-shirts, anti-social social club, or like, I'm an introverted extrovert, you know what I'm saying? So I think people realize that being a multi-hyphenate is normal.
Okay.
And back in maybe yesteryear, you were typecasted as one thing, and you kind of had to be seen as that one thing.
You don't have to fit in that pocket anymore.
Right. And especially in a city like Cleveland, it's a hustler city. I call it a hustler city because everybody I know is, I mean, yourself, you know, you do weddings, you're an MC, you're a host. I saw you keeping a damn beehive on time. I'm like, this man, you know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody I know is a multi-hyphenate. Okay. It's an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. I run a record label, 904L. I'm a musician on there. You know, run all types of things and work and stuff. So yeah, you can be a multi-hyphenate and be successful. We kind of have to be
Yes.
in a city like this with a very little infrastructure.
Very well said. Now, you just mentioned 904L. I want to lean into that a little bit. You've managed to network with people, not just within the city, not just around the country, but even internationally. How did you start building that? Walk me through the 904L.
904L World Class Sound. It is an international label. We're growing more and more every day. You know, it was me starting the Sound on Tape. I came out under a new moniker. I call it a project, but a year and a half ago, almost 2 years, right? So I came out. I got signed within 4 months.
Okay.
Right. So, and the music went faster than any other project I've ever done. Like it you know,
Interesting.
became less bigger, whatever. I mean, I'm growing and all these things, but I don't know. I got signed and it reached different sections. I think that's because the community of dance music is just centered around that. But that label experience went terribly.
Okay.
The first label experience, right? So that made me, you know, take that Rockefeller route. Like we got to do it on our own. You know what I'm saying? And
Message.
yes. So I've been an entrepreneur, you know, since I've been little. So I was like, you know, we got to do it on our own. Let me find the original artist making original music in the city, and then it kind of expanded. So, you know, I have remixes from Zephyr, Wolfie D, Mike Nasty, people that are in all places, you know, all over the world, you know, London and New York City and stuff. So it started with the remixes, and of course I put the remixes out. So then, you know, we have an international connection there.
Okay.
But now we just released a single from a guy in Paris.
Yeah.
Never been to Cleveland, seen anything. Lay June, shout out to Lay June. Amazing music. So I'm getting demos every day and stuff. And yeah, I run it with my partner Darren. So
Awesome.
So yeah, it's gone well. It's getting legs very quickly. We're throwing parties and all types of stuff. Yeah. So yeah,
That's beautiful. I wish you success in that, but I feel like even me wishing you success is an understatement because you guys have literally, I watch you grow grassroots.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to see how fast you guys have expanded and the connections you've made internationally.
Yeah.
Definitely. If nobody else is giving you your flowers, bro,
appreciate it. Yeah,
we
thank
see
you.
you,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So just definitely trying to go.
Okay, so and speaking on that, you have a project dropping coming up in July.
July, yeah.
Your debut project.
Yes, yeah, debut album. Yeah, debut album. So I had a number of EPs up to this point. Yeah, and it's coming in July finally.
Okay.
I'm excited.
You got a title for it officially?
It's called Price.
Price.
Yeah,
We appreciate you giving us that.
Yeah. First time I'm saying it here. Yeah, so it's called Price, and it explores just Black people, African Americans, once being the commodity, and now we love commodities, right?
Ooh.
So once we were the consumers, and now we're hyper consumers. We were consumed, and now we're hyper consumers. So, and that's one of the only race of people that I can think of that is part of their story. They were once sold, and now they buy things. You know what I'm saying? Interesting. Just the analysis of price. But I will say, important part of this interview, got to plug it. Phone number we're putting out there. Text me, and I will send you the album early. So it comes out in July. You can text me right now. I'll send it to you. Phone number 866-646-4565. Again, 866-646-4565. Text me, send me the album, and I'll send it to you. We put together, me and Darren and I and my team put together like a nice visual album. So it takes you through the entire 40 minutes.
Fire.
In one journey. You can get it before it goes to streaming. So again, text me and we'll make that happen.
Definitely tap in with Sound on Tape and 904L. I got you for sure. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
So let's tap into the Cleveland nightlife itself a little bit. What's one thing you feel is missing from the Cleveland nightlife?
Missing from Cleveland nightlife? I'd say original music. Original music is a big thing. I mean, we have a lot of selectors. I mean, we're a DJ city. We have a lot of great DJs, some of the best DJs. You know, I've been around at events, you know, around the country, but a lot of great DJs here. We are a DJ city, but I would say it's full of selectors and not full of producers. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
And I know a lot of producers and creators, but they don't necessarily play their own music when they're you know, gigging and stuff. Right. So I think that separates us. When you can go to even a Detroit is like full. I mean, they have a rich history of dance music with the techno and stuff, but when you go to see a DJ in Detroit, most likely you're going to see them for their music. You like their music and you consume their music and stuff, right? So that's what I'm trying to bring with 904L. The DJs, when you come to our parties, we're playing our own music. Now it is mixed in with people's, we got to keep it fresh and stuff, but these are artists you're going to see. These are not selectors. So
Noted. That's very well put. I appreciate you. If you could describe the Cleveland nightlife in 3 words or less, what would it be?
Up and coming, I would say. I mean, Crowbar, for what we do, I think Crowbar, when I speak of nightlife, I'm talking about dance music. So you got Bird's Nest, Crowbar, and then these DIY things, these house parties and warehouse spaces popping up. But we have a very vibrant dance community right now. Any weekend you can go to Crowbar and just catch a DJ from all over the world that they flew in and discovery, you know what I'm saying? So it's a really great, vibrant thing happening.
Yeah, I agree. Crowbar is really putting on for the city. I'm grateful for the platform they've created for these artists. What's one thing you feel the Cleveland nightlife has that other cities don't have?
I think what we have is a large base of curators, right? So we have, I would say Jared is a curator, and Brian from Bird's Nest is a curator, and a lot of events. I mean, even Shop Impossible or whoever, Tastemakers United and Happy Endings and all these parties. They're very unique. You can expect the same experience. You can expect discovery. You can expect to have fun, but discovery as well. To network and things like that. So we have some really great curators in the city. Sorry if I missed anybody, but there's a lot of great parties. I just did the one at City Hall. Artists
Run the Streets.
Artists Run the Streets. Yeah. So Eric, TV. Yeah. A lot of different curators and just making things happen. Even seen putting on pop-ups things in Lunar Underground and all these people. Yeah. So it's a curated thing and everybody's different. But
Awesome. I couldn't agree more. I feel like they're steering away from the club scene and more into these curated events to where you feel more catered to as opposed to just, I'm gonna get the same thing I got last weekend.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and 2 things in closing. If you could throw your dream party, who's playing, who's performing, who's invited?
My dream party is Burial. There's a producer named Burial. He's never performed live. He's made one of the greatest albums in the genre of all time, and he has never even performed live.
Really?
So that is the dream for me and probably millions of other people, maybe hundreds of thousands. But Burial, in a dark, dimly lit basement, maybe with some candles going, some nice aromas.
Okay.
Some beautiful people, some nice drinks flowing. Yeah, so Burial, that would be a dream.
I love that. Appreciate that. And in closing, any advice you have for upcoming DJs or entrepreneurs looking to get into the business aspect of the nightlife?
The business aspect?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do business. I mean, we throw our own parties with 904L and Cookies versus Donuts and advice, I would say just be mindful about your finances and just be ready to take a loss. Not that I am taking a loss, they've actually been profitable, but be ready to take a loss for a time, for some years. Be ready to roast your own money. Exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah, be mindful of just write everything down. Keep your books in order. Know what you're investing in the party and know what you're making back. So.
Awesome. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to tap in with Sounds on Tape and be sure to anticipate his debut album price.
Yes.
Yeah. And we'll make sure we got the numbers that people can text you for that exclusive release.
866-646-4565. Text me, send me the album, and I'll send you the album.
Yeah. Appreciate you, boss. Thank you for your time. Yeah.
Sure.